Hello again, everyone. It's Jeremy at JMed's Brick Clicks. Today we're looking at a set that came out in 1975, and this was only released in the UK and Europe. This wasn't released in the United States. This is it's a farm tractor set. It's kind of got different names, just tractor or Lego gear farm set. There's only 93 pieces here. So let's get into it and let's take a look. It's got several unique pieces that aren't made anymore, so it kind of makes it a little hard to build. Basically because 2 or 3 pieces are just really, really hard to get. So let's pull it up and we'll get to it. And the first thing you notice is that flywheel thing on the back. I don't know if this is a thrasher, if it's supposed to be like a, let's see, what other things could it be? You know, at first when I saw the pictures, I'm like, oh, it's a hay rake or something. I'm like, no, it's not that. Maybe it's a flail mower. I'm like, well, no, maybe not. So I really don't know what their thing, the process here. I'm sure it's a European design thing since it was only released in Europe. But you can see it moves, and if I do this enough, you'll notice, yeah, that's what happens. So this Technic pin here is how it's held on. You can see it move, and it's just stuck through the hole in this 2x2 brick. And you can kind of see pretty much the whole inside of this thing, and the rubber band system that's attached to the wheel. So this is the first time I've ever seen this, because it's not stable, and you know, there's enough room on the outside here to just put it back in. You know, there needs to be something there to kind of keep it in place. So that's weird in itself. Kind of see the ball and coupler joints, the old style, where instead of being 2x2, they're 1x4s. With that ball and joint, and these have probably 2 or 3 times the clutch power as the new ones, because they're solid, they don't give really easy. I mean, it takes 2 hands to really get it off. So we'll put that off to the side, and you can kind of see it move. So that's really cool. This little toupee or headpiece in the back, it comes with the set. And we'll look at the tractor, and you'll think, wow, it's just a common tractor. Well, there's several pieces here. The stud, the round cylinder with no hole on it, you know, that's old 70s design. We've got that, and you'll look at this and like, what's that? Well, that's the steering mechanism. And yeah, let me move the guy's arms out of the way. He's brick built. You'll notice him. He's got his hat and his head. And we'll turn the wheels. So yeah, we have real turning mechanisms here. It's really strange for a set. You know, it's 1975. This was cutting edge, I guess, back in the day. And you'll think, oh, I got that piece. No, that's a different piece in itself. I don't really want to take this off, but you can kind of see in there, these are different pieces. So I'll take the wheels off, though. That way you can at least see that. So most of this yellow is one big piece. So, you know, all this except for, actually, we'll just take it off. That yellow is all one piece. Those pieces alone, if they've got this mechanism at the bottom, $10 to $15. You need this specialized wheel because you'll notice there's plates instead of studs on top. So I have a lot of 70s and 80s pieces with these wheels, and they've got studs on top. Well, you have to have this exact one, and it also has that piece, a hole for that to fit into. So, really, you have to have all this to build this tractor. So, you know, to make it, oh, and then we've also got this special older print piece with the Lego design. And our guy, who is unique in himself because of his arms being brick built. And then those pieces. Oh, and then our cylinder, or our Technic pin, you'll notice in there is white. And then the wheels are specially built around those gear pieces that you'll see a lot of tracks. I know I did a video at one of the dozers that uses those track pieces. So, you know, for a set that came out back then, there's a lot of specialized parts, and you have a couple more of those boxes there. Oh, and you can see the white pin there. The red wheel were pretty standard for the time. But yeah, and then those, there's a lot of specialized pieces that just aren't made anymore for this set. Like I said, there's only 93 pieces here, and it was only released in the UK. So there's, you know, you're not going to find any. Let's see here. I may need to put it under. You may need to buy it off Bricklink or eBay, and they're kind of tough to find. They're not super expensive. You know, $30-ish before shipping is probably the going rate on Bricklink with the directions. I haven't seen any with a box, so I don't really know. But this is a cool tractor set. You know, I'm trying to focus some of my videos on farming, so this was one of them. And you know, that piece just does not want to stay on. This will definitely be a shelf piece. Let's look at the directions. And they're just fold out. And like I said, you just have to know how some of these pieces in the bottom, the guts, kind of go on this. They don't really show you. We'll go down through our directions. And the back, you know, there's some other sets. There's some of those gear-driven tracks like I was talking about. And then here's our alternate builds, which basically we have 3 tractors, which are almost exactly the same. And we've just got different implements. Like we've got a trailer. I have no idea what that is. And looks like we got a little plow, or could be a seeder to spread seed. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's our copyright, 75. Printed in Germany, Hamburg. Huh. That's our set, guys. 814. Not much to it, but really specialized pieces for what it is. And just that gear-driven piece. You can drive around and make that flywheel go. It's a really cool concept. I just wish they'd have perfected it just a little more to keep this all the way on. You know, they didn't really have the pieces with the holes in them here, the 2x8s, but you should use what you got at the time, because you know, it's a really cool set. But I think if I were to redo it, I'd change those out, make a pin go all the way through and connect it over here, and then it would just never fall off. But it's okay. It's a great little piece to have, a great little collection piece, and only being released in the UK and never in America, at least from what I can find on Brickset and Bricklink. That's what they're telling me based on those 2 sites. I don't know. I've got a nice little set, though, for my collection. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video.